Hi everyone, my name is Sadia. I'm a business psychologist for ToHealth, and I'd like to welcome you all here today to a series of free webinars that we host. ToHealth is an occupational health services provider, and we provide customized wellbeing solutions such as workplace needs assessments, as well as today's awareness session. We also offer other wellbeing solutions that can be tailored to individual needs. So this very short webinar aims to provide a quick whistle-stop tour and a brief overview of dyspraxia for both employers and employees. And as an employer, understanding dyspraxia is pivotal in fostering an environment of diversity, equity, and inclusion. So hopefully you'll be able to discover practical strategies to create a workplace that accommodates and celebrates individuals with dyspraxia. For employees, hopefully this webinar is a chance to unravel the myths surrounding dyspraxia and grasp a more comprehensive understanding of its challenges. I do want to emphasize that these free 30-minute webinars are intended as introductory sessions only, providing a taste or a high-level overview of the topic at hand. It is important to note that these webinars are offered free of charge, and they are not intended to provide a comprehensive and exhaustive exploration of the subject matter. And if you are seeking more comprehensive and in-depth sessions, we encourage you to get in touch, and we'll give details of that on the end, but there is an email address there as well. So I want to start just by defining the concept of neurodiversity, which is actually an umbrella term coined by a lady called Judy Singer, and her definition has evolved over time, but she defines neurodiversity as the concept that neurological differences such as autism, ADHD, dyslexia, including dyspraxia and others, are the result of normal, natural variation in the human genome. Now, some of the terminology you may hear includes neurodiverse, neurodivergent, specific learning differences, or special educational needs and disabilities. And these are the terms that tend to be used in education. So here, neurodifference or neurodevelopmental or neurotypical, and that would refer to somebody that does not have any neurodivergent conditions. So the idea of neurodiversity is that it seeks to embrace difference, but also recognize that some people who are neurodivergent will require extra support. And we're trying to move away from this medical model of abnormality or something that needs curing. It is important to understand that these are lifelong conditions. They cannot be cured, but they can be successfully managed. That up to 1 in 7 people have a neurodivergent condition. So the conditions that fall under neurodiversity, there are others, but these are the some of the main ones. We have dyslexia, dyscalculia, autism, ADHD, and the one that we will look at today called dyspraxia. It's also known as developmental coordination disorder. So that is more the international terminology, and dyspraxia is what we tend to call it in the UK, though we are moving away from that. So all of these conditions are neurological or brain-based in origin, and that means that people that are neurodivergent will process information differently. There can also be a co-occurrence of these conditions, so that means that one or more of these conditions can co-occur. Okay, so Today's webinar is about dyspraxia. So what is dyspraxia? Well, it's a neurological condition that can impact the planning, coordination, and execution of movement. And then you might think it can impact around 5 to 10% of the population to varying degrees. And it is unfortunately often misunderstood. It's not a lack of intelligence or laziness, but rather there is a specific challenge in organising and executing physical tasks. Individuals with dyspraxia can often struggle with tasks such as writing, tying shoelaces, holding cutlery. So that would be what we call fine motor coordination. So anything that requires your smaller muscle groups to coordinate with each other. There's also what we call gross motor coordination difficulties. So that would be the coordination of your muscle groups. So that can impact things like walking, going up and down stairs, riding a bike, playing sports. Now, the impact of dyspraxia extends beyond physical activities, and it can affect organisation, time management, and social interactions as well. So, understanding dyspraxia is the first step towards creating an inclusive and supportive environment in the workplace. And today we will explore strategies to enhance inclusivity for individuals with dyspraxia, both from an employer's and an employee's perspective. So aside from the challenges, I also want to take a look at some of the strengths that research has shown that dyspraxic individuals do possess. So it is important that we recognise strengths rather than focusing on the challenges of anybody's condition. And that is what can contribute to a more dynamic and productive workforce. So if we take a look at creativity, often people with dyspraxia exhibit high levels of creativity. They may excel in thinking outside of the box, problem solving, and coming up with innovative ideas. They can also demonstrate a sort of remarkable determination and resilience in the face of challenges. And that's because of the daily challenges that they do have to face. So they can develop strong coping mechanisms and perseverance. They can also excel in remembering details, patterns, or sequences, which can be advantageous in various contexts. They can also be very good at breaking down complex problems into manageable components, finding logical solutions. Now, a lot of people that are neurodivergent, often they need to navigate a world designed for neurotypical individuals, and this can really foster adaptability. So they can develop strong adaptive skills and the ability to thrive in diverse environments. Now, they can often have talents in arts, visual arts, music, writing, or other forms of creative expression. People they can develop very sort of strong, innovative problem-solving skills. They can try and find alternative methods to accomplish tasks effectively. Sometimes they may notice nuances that others might overlook, contributing to sort of thorough and meticulous work. So having this attention to detail. Now, some dyspraxic individuals often display heightened empathy and sensitivity towards others. They may excel in connecting with people on a deeper level. Think about some of the determination that's required to overcome daily challenges, then that often translates into a persistent work ethic. So they can demonstrate a strong commitment to their tasks and their goals. So it is crucial to approach dyspraxia with a strengths-based perspective. If you're able to recognize that individuals with neurodivergent conditions, and not just dyspraxia, can bring valuable qualities to various settings, and creating inclusive environments that appreciate and leverage these strengths contributes to a more diverse and successful workplace. So, creating a workplace that accommodates and celebrates neurodiversity, it's not just a moral imperative, but also a strategic move that can enhance overall employee engagement and productivity. So, educate yourself about dyspraxia. So this is, some of the manifestations and its potential impact on the workplace, because awareness and training is the foundation of effective inclusion. So allow for flexibility in work arrangements, understand that individuals with dyspraxia may excel in certain areas whilst facing challenges in others. So as an employer, if you're able to tailor tasks to individual strengths, that can promote a more inclusive and productive work environment. Encourage open communication, maybe create a platform where individuals feel comfortable discussing their needs, challenges, and successes. And that's quite important because transparent communication is key to understanding and addressing specific requirements. Another thing you can do is maybe collaborate with individuals to identify reasonable accommodations. So this might include ergonomic adjustments, such as chairs or keyboards. Also, flexible working hours, which we've discussed, or specialized tools that can facilitate daily tasks. So, as employers, embracing strategies for inclusivity not only contributes to a more compassionate work environment, but it can also tap into the unique talents and perspectives that neurodivergent individuals bring to the table. And at the end of the day, the goal is to create a workplace where everyone, regardless of their neurodiversity, can thrive and contribute more meaningfully. Now, from an employee's perspective, if you're able to understand how to be a more supportive colleague through enhanced teamwork, that can improve the sort of workplace cohesion. Try to understand the difficulties associated with the condition. That can be the first step towards creating a more supportive work environment. Try to cultivate empathy amongst colleagues. So try to celebrate and embrace differences rather than stigmatizing their differences. So try to learn practical ways to offer support. So small gestures such as assisting with organising workspaces or providing clarification, that can also make a significant difference. Engage in collaborative problem solving. So work together to identify challenges and try to find innovative solutions, because this collaborative approach can promote a sense of teamwork and reinforces a supportive workplace culture. So this is how you can promote inclusivity by playing a pivotal role in fostering a more inclusive workplace. If you are able to actively support colleagues with dyspraxia, that can that can contribute to a more cohesive and vibrant workplace. So some of the support offered by ToHealth includes coaching sessions. So our specialist coaches can help with improving coping strategies. We also offer co-coaching sessions, so that can be with yourself and your line manager, just so that people can understand each other's perspectives a little bit more. We do also offer screening and diagnostic assessments for neurodivergent conditions. We can also offer assistive technology training. So some of the recommendations that we are able to make, we can also offer training with these. We also offer awareness training. And that's really important because that's the kind of thing that can encourage disclosure for those, both for those that are diagnosed or even those that are not. And it's the awareness of the condition that can help the conversation going around neurodiversity, and it also enables people to understand what help is out there. At the end of the day, this can have quite a huge impact on staff because they know what help they might need. Sometimes the sessions can be targeted and ensure that it is specific for them. And at the end of the day, if staff are happier with an employer that they know that they can get support from, that in turn keeps up the retention rate of staff, and it also keeps other issues such as mental health and workplace stress a lot lower. So we can tailor training packages as well for either organisations or for individuals. Okay, so change is on the horizon and more organisations have embarked on a journey towards inclusivity by promoting diversity within their workplaces. Over the past decade, there has been a significant increase in the celebration of neurodiversity. You have influential figures such as Richard Branson, speaking out about neurodiversity and highlighting its importance. So it is at the end of the day about building awareness, understanding each other and being accepting of people's neurodivergent condition, but also recognizing that they do have strengths and that they should be, and that's where the focus should be on their strengths. And people are multifaceted. They do not need to be defined by their thinking difference. So to summarize, the neurodivergent conditions include not just dyspraxia, but ADHD, autism, dyslexia, dyscalculia, as well as developmental coordination disorder, also known as dyspraxia. And focusing on an individual's strengths, it can lead to enhanced creativity, problem solving, and collaboration in the workplace. And that can, as an employer, if you do try to create inclusive spaces and employing effective communication strategies, all of these can be essential steps towards maximizing the benefits of neurodiversity in a team or an organization. So remember that by prioritizing inclusivity, organizations can harness the full potential of their workforce, leading to increased productivity, employee satisfaction, and a more positive corporate reputation. So hopefully today's very brief webinar has given you a better idea of some of the struggles faced by those with neurodivergent conditions, as well as some of the strategies to try to support those people around you. And I just want to further emphasize that these are free webinars brought to you by ToHealth and are only introductory in nature. If you would like webinars for your organisation, then please do get in touch. We do value feedback, so please feel free to use your phone, scan the QR code, or you can visit us on Trustpilot. And if you do wish to get in touch, you can do that via our website, email, you may call us. We're also on these social media platforms as well, so you may do that. You may get in touch via our social media platforms. So again, thank you very much for joining me here this morning. Your presence is appreciated. Thank you so much.